you use your spa voice and you say, I'm just going to sanitize your feet right now. And then during the treatment, you might experience a little spray. I'm just giving you a little peppermint spray. Sometimes if they're embarrassed about foot odor, you can just say, don't worry, that's what aromatherapy is for. Okay, makes them feel more comfortable, hopefully. Most people have fun with that. Okay, and then you're going to take your oil. Whoops, help me. That was way too much. Here, take that. You guys know the old trick? If you accidentally apply too much product, you put it on the back of your arms?
Yes.
Thanks. Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, Cindy, how relaxed are you right now?
5.
5, all right. Okay, go ahead and lie back down. Okay, and, okay, so I just did a little effleurage. Thank you so much. I didn't even realize we were going to do this, so thanks for working with me.
We couldn't get the lights, but...
That's okay. At least you guys can all see me, right? Everybody can see me pretty well? Okay. So what I'm doing right now is a little palpation disguised as effleurages. See I'm touching your toes? I'm gliding down her spine reflex. I'm palpating area 3, area 4, area 5, sciatic, and then lateral heels and posterior. Okay, that's just super quick assessment. If you're learning how to do this, you're going to be looking at the feet, you're going to be looking for little blotches on the skin. You might be feeling for where it's crunchy or hard, that kind of thing. And just getting a sense, oh, well, how's the pressure feel, Cindy? Good? All right. Now, I don't use a lot of heavy pressure. I use medium pressure. Does that feel like medium pressure to you? Mm-hmm. Okay. You don't have to press hard. You don't have to work hard. This can be easy. Okay. Now, I'm going to have you take a deep breath for me. And I'm going to take, okay, area 1, 2, 3, okay, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? I'm going to press between area 3 and 4 is her diaphragm. So think of the ball of the foot. Right under the ball of the foot, this is where her diaphragm is, just like where it would be right under your chest, right? Take a deep breath for me. Inhale. And exhale. And I'm just going to press in. And what the pressing in does, and watch her for her inhalation, come out. And you do this 3 times. And you, excuse me, I'm releasing pressure as she inhales, and I'm providing pressure as she exhales. No, just in. No in and up. That's slope method. That's later. You read ahead, I see. Okay. Now I'm going to do the 4 steps. Okay, 4 steps. So hold the calcaneus, hold the top of the foot. Now, I'm going to be looking for body wiggle and ideally nose movement. Actually, she's pretty good. You can tell a client is stressed if their nose doesn't move. If you do this and their nose isn't moving, they've got tension somewhere along their body, usually in the torso, because if the wave of movement, the oscillation wave, is not going all the way up to their head, they've got interruption. And you can usually tell by which of the 4 steps you're doing where it is. That's a little more advanced, but some of you guys are quick study. So this is the wave. There you go. This is the twist. You start at the heel, hands on the side, like that. Then you put your thumbs on the calcaneus, and you know, like this, chicken wings. You're going to go like this. Your intent is to grip the sides of the foot. This is twerking, and then your thumbs are down here on the heel, and you make thumb circles, and you come up and you go down. So I don't want to see wussy like just the arch. I want to see from the heel all the way up and all the way back, because this is their whole body. If you skip something, that part of the body isn't getting that stimulation. So I'm going to do it again. Now, when you guys are going to do this, you're going to be able to doing it like this. The wave, okay, the twist, much more slowly than I was doing it, twerking, and thumb circles. Now we're going to add the sound effect, right? I'm going to do it on the other foot so she feels relatively even. The wave. Okay. The twists. Twerking. And that's thumb circles. So if you hear me, because some of you guys are not going to be able to see me, so if you hear me go, ah, the wave, the twist, come on, baby, the torquing, and then thumb circles, and okay? How does that feel? So that's the magical mini protocol that is unique to this modality. You're not going to see it. Real quick. What's the question?
The torquing,
yes.
Are you actually doing almost like a snake thing?
Yeah.
On the top
yeah.
of the foot?
Yeah. Like if you were doing this,
yeah,
like
so
a chafing, it's a chafing movement.
Okay.
It stimulates friction and heat. Yeah?
Indian Roper, thank you.
Yeah, but that's politically
Lighter.
incorrect. So that's why I'm just saying, I don't want to offend anybody, so I don't use that term. But yes.
And with the thumb circles, are you going in any particular
No.
direction?
Isn't this beautiful? We don't have to get uber technical. This is just whatever feels right. Because different clients may need different circles. Some may need it in one direction or the other. Make sense? Okay. So,
Excuse me, you
yes.
start, you do one foot and then the other.
No, I was just doing that to be
Okay,
even.
you do one.
I'm going to do one whole foot and then the other whole foot. Okay, I'm going to stop with the questions and I'm going to continue on. They're good questions. Okay, so there's the 4 steps full speed, okay? Literally takes about 5 to 10 seconds. Then I'm going to come in on her hallucis. I'm going to start palpating. I'm going to show you guys the slope method. That is in and up. You get a knuckle in, you go in and up, 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's all you do. And then you come in, you come to the top, 1, 2, 3. Just your little edge of your fingernail, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Just 3 times. Rub it. Then you go along the sides of the toes. You're going to go around the back of the nail bed. And trust me, you're going to spend a lot of time back here. What is this? Yeah, where do most of us have our attention? Back of our neck. So you're going to be going. You can do this anyway. You can go sideways. You can make circles. You can go around. You can stand up and do it. You can tap it. You can use the palm of your hand. You can be creative. Whatever. You can use your hands like this. The intent is you're touching their brain, you're sending loving, healing thoughts to their brain, their neck, their blood vessels, their nerves, and you're just getting all of that stuff and just loving on it. I like this motion. It's like num, 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 num. Yeah, everybody say it. Num, 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 num. That feels really good. Does that feel good? I like it when people do it to me anyway. So what feels right, and what you're going to feel is you're going to feel that the tissue is going to start softening, melting, smoothing. It feels straighter, like more fluid, warmer. I'm pressing a little bit harder, but not too hard, right? I'm just going a little bit deeper because her little turtles are sticking their heads out and saying, please massage me. So I'm going to do her little areas. And then make sure you get the medial because you're going to get the thyroid, the parathyroids, the esophagus. If people have GERD right in here, it's fabulous. Anybody's neck starting to relax? I'm not kidding. Because if it is, it's because you're resonating with what I'm doing. If your neck's starting to feel softer, you can do little presses like doot, doot, doot. Like I said, you have to do sound effects with this while you're learning it because it helps. So these are, I'm pushing in. Okay, and then I'm going to do, she feels like she's having a release right now. So I'm going to do the 4 steps just because it will facilitate the release. It'll make it more comfortable for her. And then I'm going to come in and just smooth right into, flow right into toes 2 and 4. 2 and 4. And you might want to do the pineal on the other toes too, just because it's fun, it feels good. And you want to get that neck of the toe, like right in here. And then, wow, you're releasing. Do you feel different? Are you feeling anything going on up there?
I'm feeling great, yeah. My neck feels really good.
Your head, and what it is when they're releasing, all of a sudden your hands will start feeling tired. That's how you know they're releasing. It's not just because your hands are getting used to doing this. You guys work on people. You have hand strength. You're not pressing hard. So why would your hands feel tired? You haven't been doing this for very long, so why would your hands feel tired? It's energetic. I know energy work may not be everybody's thing, but just notice this. Because if that's the case, they probably need some kind of release. So you might want to do something like this, where you can pull off anything, send it to the violet flame and transmute it. Again,
Is it pulling energy out of your hands?
no, I'm pulling energy out of her, putting it in the violet flame, and then I'm putting white light into her foot to
No, but
charge
why
it up.
is your hands getting tired?
Because I'm helping her release.
So your
And
energy is
I'm
going-
just helping facilitate. I'm moving some of the release through my body.
Oh, I
That's
see.
all. But it's not my stuff, it's hers.
Okay.
Yeah. I do mention this because this is not just massage, this is energy work too. You're stimulating their nervous system. And so that is an energetic component. Okay, moving on to spine. This is what for those of you on this side, I'll demo this, and those of you on this side, I'll demo on the other foot. You're going down the spine, wherever you feel like there's a slowness, a hesitation. She's pretty good, except right through here, through her thoracic. Does your upper thoracic trouble you, my dear?
I'm getting an MRI Monday on my shoulder, yeah.
Okay. All right, so on it, around it, on it, around it, on it, around it. It does not have to be a specific direction. Just to reiterate that. To demo for you guys, if we were going down the spine, we just go down, and I'm feeling hesitation. And it's not because it's the contour of her foot. I'm just feeling like a little hesitation. On it, around it, on it, around it, on it, around it. I'm going to go to the other area, on it, around it, on it, around it, on it, around it. Okay, normally if I'm doing this, I'm going to just do one foot, not both. I'm just showing this so everybody can see what I'm doing, okay? So that's the spine. That's like a minute, sometimes two, depending on how congested they are. And then I'm going to do her chest, her heart, her lungs, great. And I like to do the lungs on both sides because it helps. And then the arm and shoulder. Wow.
But the spine only on one side?
No, it's just because I'm just doing this foot right now.
Okay.
I'm showing both sides because I want them and you to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay, so this is area 3. I was working on someone the other day, and I knew she had emotional upset because I could tell because her little heart reflex was going. And I didn't, it was crying. And when I was palpated this, after I massaged it, I said, so, anything going on in your personal life? She said, yes. And she started crying. It's amazing. Okay, moving on. So that's area 3. Now I'm going to go to area 4. Now, I might do 4 steps in between. Today we're going to do 4 steps in between because I want to give you guys a lot of practice. But sometimes you can just go to the next area if there's not a whole lot going on. So this is a dividing line. This is the diaphragm line. This is the waistline. Halfway in between those is the adrenal reflex, which is on the medial side of the foot. I'm going to show you the technique for the adrenal gland. It's called the TAG, T-A-G. So what you do is, there's a description in the handout, but you're going to lightly press in here, lightly. You're going to bend the toe back so you can see the tendon start to manifest. And then you're going to just lightly press and go 1, 2, 3. I'll show you guys on the other foot, okay? And go around. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You don't hold. When you guys are doing this, I'm going to come around and check you guys out to make sure you're doing it correctly. Let me show you on this side so you can see me. You bend the toe back so you can see the tendon. You don't press in. You don't gouge because you don't want to hurt that. That's very sensitive in there. You just hold it. Bend this back, 1, 2, 3. Go around it, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. On it and around it. And that's it. It's not heavy pressure. Because you can, again, you don't want to hurt somebody. So what you want to think about after you do the technique for the adrenal gland, you want to think about, okay, this is her right side. So we're thinking her liver, her gallbladder, and a little bit of her pancreas. There's also her kidney right in here, which is halfway between areas 4 and 5. And you could even follow the ureters down to the bladder. Okay? Or just so you guys can see it, we're in here. This is the other part of the pancreas. Okay? The spleen on this side. Here's the kidney, following it down to the bladder. Does that make sense? Okay. So, area 4, area 5, So get their small intestine. Most people's arches tend to be pretty tight. Have you guys noticed that? Well, some of that's just physiologically. You got your tibialis anterior coming down, you got your peroneals coming down, they make a little saddle. There's a little fascial saddle in the arch of the foot. So if you have tension higher up in the leg, you're going to get that. So sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. It's just muscle tension in the foot. But reflexologically, a lot of people have congestion in their intestines. They just do. So if you massage this, do the small intestine, and then come down to the ileocecal valve and do the slope method. 1, up and in, 2, up and in, 3. That's it. Then you follow up, ascending colon, and transverse. Okay? Now, to get the sciatic, and then I'm going to give you the 4 steps, hon, because you need it about now. You don't, like I said, you don't have to do it every single time, but when you feel like the client needs something, okay?
Say the 4 again. Wave.
The wave,
Wave.
the twist,
Twist. Thank you. Torquing.
torquing,
Okay.
is get those elbows flattened.
Torquing thumb.
It makes it better. You want this pressure to be firm, and then the thumb circles. Okay? Then you're going to grasp your calcaneus, and you're going to get little, if you apply traction and press your knuckle in at the same time, it feels really good. Yes. And you can do this, or you can trace it. That's just like that little red line on the heel. And then you can go up the sides like this. That's the rest of the sciatic nerve. Okay? And then I usually get in here and I squeeze. I call this crab claw, and you squeeze the heel, because this is the hips, this is the pelvis, and I'm visualizing their pelvis and all the organs, tissues, glands, ducts, everything going. And then I transition to the reproductive system. How's that feeling?
Right?
On a scale of, okay, are you ready, or do you feel sleepy?
Yeah.
I told you. How much more relaxed do you feel? You were at a 5, right?
And I'm like, wait, I'm at the top now.
You're already at 10, okay? And I'm not even on the second foot yet. So this is the reproductive system. So internal reproductive organs, or medial, I should say, are on the medial side, and external or lateral organs. So for women, what do we have? Uterus. For men, we have prostate, the bulbourethral glands, all that stuff, all the little internal plumbing stuff right in there. And then external, women have their ovaries, men have the testes. Okay, for the medial placement for men and women, it's going to be here. So if somebody has pain in their pelvic region, pelvic pain, men or women, you want to do here, like central pelvic pain. Okay, right in here. If it's more lateral, you want to do it here. If you want to stimulate fertility, you definitely want to massage this system. Okay, if someone's pregnant, you can do this. You just don't overdo it. You just spend a little bit of time. And then this is that massage for the lymphatic system. You can do that around your wrist, too. By the way, everybody go like this real quick. I'm going to pause you for a second. Everybody get your hands. Go like this. Do your back. Do your front. Massage your fingers. Go along this on your spine. Do around your wrists. Congratulations, you just gave yourself a little brief reflexology. And if you're feeling uptight, do this again. If you feel tight, like your back is tight in between massages, between clients, massage your back. There, you're yawning. That's good. Yeah, I'm telling you, you guys, this definitely triggers the parasympathetic nervous system. Judging by the yawning I'm seeing, it's working already. Okay, so we did our back. Let me show you, this is area 6. Let me show you area 7. This is the back. I actually sometimes spend a little bit more time here, a little less time somewhere else, because this is where most of us have our tension. The hip knee foot reflex, 4th and 5th metatarsals, right in here. There's like a little triangle right in here. I just go in here. That's the hip knee foot. On this side, 4th, 5th metatarsals, right in here, little triangle. And you're puffy on this side. Does your hip bug you on this side?
A little.
Now, I know that was a leading question. You don't have to ask leading questions, but pretty much you can ask so do you have anything going on here? And that person, a lot of times that person will say, well, yeah, actually, now that you mention it, because you're feeling it. Because it does show up in the feet. I will remind you that sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Sometimes foot pain is just foot pain. But calluses, cuts, weird pains in the foot can, because there's something coming from farther up in the body. And it can be a whole zone, just like I mentioned. Okay.
What about a cigar again?
The cigar is just a cigar. Yeah, but I'm tall. All right, you got a good sense of humor. That's a foot thing too. Yeah. Okay, and then just to finish, you definitely want to finish up with the 4 steps. I'll come in, I'll do it again, you guys, don't worry. And then you're going to do an effleurage. 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to float my hands off, flick. Does it feel like my hands are still on your foot? Mm-hmm. Cool, huh? All right. And then you transition to the other side. This is the wave. Is she wiggling more?
Yes.
Yes. Look at that. Look at how much more relaxation. The twist. Down to that heel. Torquing. And thumb circles. Yeah, I like the people do your hands. Come into the hallucis. Slope method. 1, 2, 3. Fingernail on the top, pineal. Back the big toe. Notice what you're feeling. You might be asking them questions or not. It's up to you. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. You can do this. Be creative. You want to be creative. Tapping, sliding, that little num, num, num move. Num, 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 num. And you can do it sideways too. Make sure you get the medial toe because you want to get the thyroid, you want to get the throat, the esophagus, the trachea, the hyoid bone. You want to get all those lymphatic areas, okay? Okay, now how does this foot feel compared to the other one?
I was falling asleep.
Okay, see, there you go. So you're getting, good. Does this foot, did you notice a difference between how the feet felt, one being done and the other not? Like in terms of like, did the other foot feel different?
It was a little more tender.
Yeah.
When you started out, yeah.
And did the foot, was the other foot envious at all because it hadn't
yes.
been worked on yet?
Yes.
Yeah. You're gonna hear that a lot too. Okay, so I'm gonna do the 4 steps on her because she's got a lot going on in her head and neck. Okay, I'm gonna transition into 2nd and 4 toes. I'm doing the pineal, and then I'm gonna massage the neck of the toe. On one technique I haven't shown you guys yet, I'm gonna take a moment to show you, and then the 3rd and 5th. This is fabulous. Get your hands like this. Put them right at the base of the toes, like in between, and go, it's the claw. It feels fabulous. Because it gives them like a pressure. It's like it relieves. It's like, imagine someone pushing down on your shoulders and getting them to drop. And then you can even pull on the toes. Woo, like a little traction on the neck with a little drop. Yeah. No, just the pads. But it feels fabulous. My only regret today is I'm not going to get you guys to work on me. Darn. Okay, so, and then I'm going to transition over. But you can even come back. Remember I told you about going back and revisiting areas to see has something come up? And when I went back to this big toe, I'm feeling that something came back up and something released and it's willing to let it in. Remember, I'm going to repeat this all when I'm guiding you through the protocol. So for those of you who want repetition, you're going to get it. Now I'm going to do that spine reflex. Anybody else feeling sleepy yet? I heard somebody yawn. Yeah. It's not because you're tired. It's because we're all resonating with her relaxation. That's why.
Should she cancel her MRO?
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to diagnose or prescribe.
Interesting.
But it'd be interesting to see if she has a change. This is fantastic for musculoskeletal issues. It's really great as an adjunct for cancer therapy because it really helps people let go of their stress and their emotional upset. It puts you in a whole different space. So heart and lungs. So imagine if people store their emotional upset in their heart and lungs. When you massage this, you're probably going to feel something. Do you see how I'm getting the back and the front at the same time? I usually like to stand up, but I don't want to do it right now. But usually I'll stand up for this part. Not always, but a lot of times it helps. And then I'm going to come in and massage her diaphragm. Then I'm going to go just inferior to that. And I'm going to work on her adrenal. So I'm going to do this again. You don't press hard. You just touch it. 1, 2, 3. That's on it. Around it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I'm on it and around it. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to work on, my intent is to get, this is interesting. Okay, so what I'm feeling here is like it feels like a hard mound underneath my thumb. It's like, what is that? Okay, so if we're going to think about this, this is probably pancreas. It might be the duct. Because actually part of the liver comes, you know, the duct that's connecting the stomach, the pancreas, the liver. There are a bunch of little connections in there. Have you ever had gallstones? I'm just checking.
I've had a lot of pain in the right side, yeah.
In the right side?
Yeah.
Now, there's something I should mention. Because this is crossing over. There's something called the up-down, left-right reflex. So even though her gallbladder is on her right side and I'm massaging her left, it still transmits over. You feeling anything? When you receive this, you might feel zings, zaps, like little surges, literally surges of nervous energy, like zzz, zzz. And depending on how relaxed you are, it may go all the way up or not, depending on whether there's interference or not. What do you, so you've had gallstones or pain?
Yeah.
When I'm working in this area, what are you feeling? Well, that's probably good. Because the thing is, you don't want to hurt the person. Okay, now I was on it and I was around it because I felt a lot of congestion there. Okay, now for area 5 on this side, I'm going to do that transverse colon. I'm carrying over because ascending, transverse, transverse, descending. It's like doot, doot, doot. So this is one side, this is the other side. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, and depending on where they have their colonus interference, it could feel clear on this foot, and you're like, whoa, what is that big old lump in there? And you press this, and after the treatment they call you, say, oh my gosh, that was the best poop ever. I know you guys are recording me saying that, but it's true. They will be pleased, and for some people that is a whole new lease on life just to do that. People after surgery, you know, that's the first sign that they're getting better. They have to have a bowel movement or after delivering their baby or whatever. So, I mean, you might end up being in the hospital and you might help them. That's huge for a lot of people. Okay.
For babies.
Yeah. And then the slope method for the sigmoid colon right in here. So it's like if you have the heel, the calcaneus, it's just above the heel.
So it kind of mirrors the other one.
Yeah, it does mirror the other
in
one.
the middle on the
Yeah.
other foot.
No, it's not in the middle. It's just off to the side a little bit.
Oh, okay.
It's, can you guys see that? So here's the calcaneus. That would be the middle. It's just a little bit lateral to that. You'll feel like a little indentation.
What is it?
Sigmoid colon.
I was back on the poop thing.
Well, it is a poop thing. It's still a poop thing. It's still a poop thing. Okay. Boy, that's a quote, isn't it? Okay, pull on the calcaneus now, and you can do that little knuckle pressing in, and then you can also go along the line. You can also go down. You can get tricky and go down. Just as long as it's along that line. Make sure you get massaging in the bony area here, and then along the lateral edges for reproductive. Wow. Okay, so do you mind if I ask you a couple questions?
Go ahead.
Have you ever had issues with reproductive cysts, UTIs?
No.
there's a lot of tension. Do you have a lower back pain on your left side or around your waist?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys, it's like a list. So if you think of all the organs that are in that particular area, you kind of like, have you experienced tension or pain with this organ, with this organ, with this organ, with this organ? So if you have like 5 organs that correspond to an area, it could be an issue in any one of those things. Or it could just be an issue in the foot. Okay? But it's not necessarily, but the thing is, this is great to help. A lot of times, doctors aren't going to catch this stuff, but if you refer them out, they might go and say, wow, how did you know? Like with the UTI, I asked somebody if they had UTI, and they did, and they didn't even know it. They didn't even know it, so they went and got that taken care of. And then I'm going to, but do you feel the softening now?
Mm-hmm.
How does that feel in your waist on your left side?
Really good.
Does it feel, could you be more specific?
Just that there's not as much pain.
Does it feel more level with the other side, more balanced with the other side, like it's softened?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what when you feel the tissue softening the foot, you'll feel it. Okay, and then lymphatic, okay, and then hip, knee, foot on this side, and then the back, and then little effleurage. Sometimes I'm going to give you a couple extra tips in here in just a second. And then to finish, the wave, the twist, twerking, and thumb circles. Now, let me show you guys some extra special reflexology flourishes that are just fabuloso, okay? So, I showed you the spine going down to the heel, but another one is just to go all the way under and back. It's like a little extra little yumminess right there. Like it's their pelvis and their sacrum when you do that. It's nice. That's nice. When you finish the top of the feet, you can even come up and you can massage their calves. Ooh, how about getting the attachments of biceps femoris right here? Yeah, get the pezoceratus tendon right here. Yeah. Oh, the semitendinosus and membranosus out here. Ah, there's little attachments right in there. Ooh, squeeze the peroneals. Get those peroneals. Yes. Because if their pain is just in their foot, you massage the peroneals, you massage tibialis anterior, and then you massage that little fascial stirrup, then the pain in the foot goes away. Does that make sense? So you're doing, this is just regular, your massage stuff, okay, in addition to your reflexology treatment. And then their feet should feel smooth, soft, and like butter. Like butter. Okay, everybody say it. Like butter. That's right. And that's the consistency. It's the consistency of warm butter. It's kind of interesting. And they'll probably notice it too, because then when you go back and do a little check, so like after I do both feet, a lot of times I'll just do a little quick through area 1, area 2, right here. That just came up. That one just came up. That's her hips, right here. Something else just came up. Area 3. This foot is asking me to go deeper. How does that feel when I do that?
Good.
Area 4. 5. This just started feeling puffy. It felt like it went like that. Does that make sense? Can you feel that?
Mm-hmm.
And the cells in the feet are saying, please don't forget us. We need it too. Okay, does anyone experience cellular communication? Do you ever feel the parts of the body talking to you? That's real. That's not just some esoteric concept. That's actually true. The cells can communicate extracorporeally outside of the body to another organism. That's real. So if you are experiencing that, that's not your imagination, okay? All right. And when I just did that little extra, did you feel yourself drop down to another level of relaxation?
I did.
Okay. So it's good to do that little extra piece. And then this just came up right here. All of a sudden, this is rock hard. It wasn't tense like that like 2 minutes ago.
On
But
both sides?
this is the back. It's on both. It's on her zone too. So her rectors, basically.
And so you're saying that
her rector
often,
spinae just went. Doing. really weird. I don't know why.